running plays. I'm running plays.
A haymaker by Darius Garland. Garland for three.
Yeah,
Got it.
really gotta get it every way.
He's back, and he gets to chill. I mean, some say almost too long of a time to chill for Darius Garland as they wait to see who they're going to play in the first round. So welcome back, Darius. We're going to get to all the good things, strategy, everything that's coming up. But just going back to Friday's game last week, didn't mean anything to you guys. Meant everything in the world to the Knicks. Somehow, some way, y'all come back from 20-something points down and get the W. I know in the Garden, everybody just shines. How much of you guys were like, yeah, we don't really need this game, but it would be fun to embarrass them on their home court?
I wouldn't call it embarrassing.
23 points?
Yeah, it's not embarrassing, but we just wanted to get that win. It's always good to get a win on the road, especially in the Garden, in the Mecca. So it was really good for us. It was a good team win, especially coming back from 23 down. It was definitely a great win for us, especially this late in the season. So it was really good for us.
They're trying to figure things out. Do you like this nickname, this, why are you laughing? Madison Square Garland?
It's really good.
It's actually pretty good.
That's
Merch.
fire.
Yeah, I think it's fire. I mean, I had a couple of big games in there, so I appreciate the love, but I know the fans in the Garden, they don't really like me as much anymore, so which is fine. I really don't want that villain road that everybody keeps talking about, but nah, it's cool though. The name is dope.
You know what? They may not like you, but they respect you. I do think that there's a difference.
Sure.
Your biggest rival, if you had to pick one as a team out there, who do you guys look at in the landscape and think of as the most heated matchup?
Of course, the Celtics.
Yeah.
They probably think of us like that we're like the little brother. So yeah, probably the Celtics or either OKC maybe.
Really? Okay. So are you guys? I mean, that's the finals I want to see. But let me ask you this: you don't have to tell us who. I would never ever presume to ask that. In your mind, though, quietly, is there a team you prefer to face first?
I'm gonna answer quietly, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can just be like maybe or yes, but I'm not gonna say who.
Do I really have to answer though?
Fine. No, I'm just gonna assume yes, but you don't have to tell us.
I'll take you off the hook. The number one seed is secured. You guys got some time off as you await for the first round to start. How do y'all go about business with that time off? What does this week look like in preparation?
Man, for me, I'm just getting in the gym this week, trying to get my body right, keep everything intact, get in the cold tub, get some massages, get some treatment. So just try to keep my body right, stay in the gym a lot, so I keep everything sharpened and keep everything in my toolbox sharpened up. And then wait till Friday and see what we get on Sunday.
So let me ask you this question, because a few days ago, the Knicks, they knew who they were going to play.
Yep.
Indiana and all those teams, they knew who they were going to play. Y'all are the number one seed, and it's still up in the air. Does that create a disadvantage for y'all?
I don't think it's a disadvantage because we've seen everybody 4 times this year. So I don't think it's a disadvantage, but I mean, it's kind of like a.
But you would like to know who you're preparing for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would definitely like to know what we're preparing for, but I mean, we have seen everybody like 3 or 4 times. So we know the matchups, we know like all the schemes and stuff that we're going to do against the teams probably. But it's just tough with the whole week off.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a glitch.
You
have to wait till there's one of 4 teams that you could
Yeah.
possibly play. Like even being the 2 seed, but they're going to find out tonight who they play. You guys have to wait.
Yeah, you guys literally wait a whole week. It's a
Yeah,
little bit weird.
we only have like 1 day to prepare. We play Sunday. We won't find out till later Friday night. So it's pretty tough.
That's crazy.
Kind of wonky.
And the week layoff of like no games, like no competition really, that's pretty tough as well.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep your body right, trying to keep your game minutes and your stamina right. I mean, that's the only tough part about it, I believe.
Darius, let me ask you this. Obviously, your game, your stamina, everything this year was going your way. Your 6-year All-Star, played 75 games. Like, you were right in the mix for, making All-NBA this year. Your team wins 64 games. What was the biggest difference for you personally this season than the previous couple?
Being healthy. I think that's probably the most healthiest season I've probably had in my career so far. Playing 75 games is truly an honor because in the past couple of years, I haven't even gotten to 60 probably. So, yeah, just playing so many games and being there for my teammates and the coaching staff and even the fans, it's been really cool just to be out on the floor, just doing something I love. So, yeah, definitely being able to play games have been a big thing for me. And just have my confidence back. Kenny and the coach staff instilled a lot of confidence in me early. They wanted me to go play my game and be me. So that's why I came into the season going full force to my mind, just go be me, go be confident, and just go hoop. So that was my whole mindset this year.
And it's interesting is last year there's all these rumors how there's chemistry issues in the locker room, and now you guys are winning all these games, and that's just basically a rumor. And then you trade our boy G-Wagon. And now, so who's the guy now that kind of keeps everyone together, keeps it light in there off the court? Because you guys look like you have a blast playing with each other all season long, the most consistent team pretty much all year.
Yeah, I'm the vibe creator in the locker room.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, either me or Tristan. Yeah, we the vibe creators. Just try to keep the locker room a little bit light, a couple laughs here and there. But
you in charge of the Ox? You got the Ox score?
yeah, I'm definitely in charge.
Nah,
Definitely.
Yeah, the Bluetooth.
We're old.
Is White Boy Wednesday still a thing, or that was just on my team?
Yeah.
Got that up out of here.
Let's go.
God.
I used to go to Beastie Boys, Linkin
White
Park.
Boy
We used
Wednesday.
to have White Boy Wednesdays.
Yeah, R.I.P. to
But
White
then we
Boy
ran out of
Wednesdays.
White Boys.
We're a rare
We
breed,
got a
Luke.
couple now. It's not
We're a rare breed.
That's brutal.
So you talk about that 64 wins. That's a lot of time to celebrate. Obviously, the big goal is a championship. What kind of team are the Cavs off the court? Like, is Jared Allen going to the club after a big win? Like, are you guys hanging? Are you guys playing cards? What do you guys do off the court to get that chemistry so dialed on the court?
Yeah, off the court, we cool. We go to a lot of dinners. We vibe out a lot. On the plane, playing cards, playing Blu-ray, playing spades. But we used to just talk a lot on the plane. We talk about the previous game or the next upcoming game or just about life period. Got the speaker blasting. I'm on the aux, or Ty Jerome's on the aux. So we got a couple guys that step out every now and then, but it's not too much partying. It's probably like just dinners or a movie or just some little vibes. It's nothing too crazy. No, it's not a lot of partying on our team though, for sure.
Who's the most interesting, for whatever reason you've decided, but interesting person on the team?
The most interesting person? I'm gonna say Jared.
It's gotta
I
be.
knew it. God, I would have won money on that.
Y'all get my boy Dre Hunter to talk yet?
No, we haven't gave him to talk. Dre just came in and just fit right in. He fit in perfectly. And then, he got his boy Ty Jerome. So they had that connection for a long time. And then Ty just welcomed his boy in pretty early. So Dre's been cool. Dre been chilling. He haven't got used to the weather yet up here.
All right.
We got to get him a coat or something, but Dre's been perfect for us.
Well, it's cold in Atlanta, right, Lou? You should have
It ain't
something.
Cleveland
Not
cold.
that
Well,
cold.
no,
Yeah, it ain't Cleveland cold
Tips.
at
It
all.
ain't that cold up here now. Y'all got to chill.
It's pretty cold. Y'all get snow and ice?
Yeah, Atlanta don't compete. We shut the city down
Yeah.
with an inch of snow.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
You know what? You're fair. You're right. I am fascinated, Darius, by this whole Draymond Green manifestation of Defensive Player of the Year with his podcast. It's like magic is what he's basically figuring out how to do. And you've been talking about the fact that Evan Mobley is very, very much deserving of that award. What is it like in the locker room? Because how do you guys sort of interpret what Draymond's seemingly managing to do? He hasn't won it yet, but it feels like it's headed in that direction. How much is Evan really deserving of this over him?
Evan really deserves it. A young guy in the league that's really starting to come into his own. And defense is his first, that's his mindset, is try to stop the best defenders, trying to protect the paint, try to protect the rim as much as he can. So, if you guys watch the games, you see what his abilities are. You see how he affects shots and other defenders. And a lot of offensive guards that really try to switch on to him and try to get mismatches, and they know it's really a bad idea. And then, even the numbers, the statistics is insane. He's almost averaging about 2 blocks a game. He switches 1 through 5. He's switching on to elite guards, switched on to bigs. And that's what we really take pride in, is trying to defend guys his size and his length. So it's super cool just to see his abilities out there, being a 7-footer that's so young. That's really good. But we really had to advocate for him a lot since he was so quiet. So there was no shots at Draymond. That's my bro.
Of course
that's
not.
Big. So there was no shots at him. But Evan Mobley should definitely deserve Defensive Player of the Year this year.
I agree.
Well, have we thought?
Nothing wrong with saying that.
No, and look, it's what we're watching is like an actual live in real time campaigning, which is what Draymond's done, and it's kind of shocking to watch. Is there been talks amongst Cavs that maybe we do like an emergency sort of podcast situation where we can start getting our message out there loud and proud? Because that's all he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, but I think we're just gonna go the media route.
Okay.
Have the media just do what they do. But I mean, we've been tweeting a little bit. We've been putting it out there a little bit just on our end. But I mean, Draymond really has a cheat code with this podcast. He can really go in there every day, which is super cool, and it's really working. But just trying to get Evan out his shell. Like I said, he's trying to grow into his own. He's trying to get confident in everything that he does. So try to get him out of his shell so he can start talking a little bit more, because he really deserves this award for sure.
I was going to ask, with all of the historical great defenders in the league that you've seen over the time, do you get that vibe like you're working next to somebody who can possibly be a generational defender of your time right now with Evan?
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible. Like, he's 7 foot. And Lou, you know, Chandler, you know, it's a guards game now. So we have to be able to switch out to smaller guards. And that's a really tough thing to do, being 7 foot and really skinny, but can really move and go block shots at the highest peak. So he's definitely deserving of it. He really earns it. I think it would be pretty crazy if he doesn't get it, especially with all the numbers and everything that's going along with it that's on his side. And then being on one of the best teams in the league and having one of the best defensive ratings because of the Twin Towers that we call them, with Jared and Evan. Our whole defense is based around those two guys. So, I mean, I don't think it's a question that he shouldn't win it.
This is the whole voting thing I don't understand. Like, if we're giving SGA the MVP because their team is the best, how do we not give him Defensive Player of the Year because their team is the best?
I'm not arguing.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's arguing with
Yeah.
you. I'm telling you, it's a science project we're witnessing, like manifestation. It's bizarre. Do you guys? I'm wondering about the noise, right? Like, there are a lot of talking heads that keep saying that most teams would rather face you guys before they face the Celtics. You know, given the standings, it seems pretty disrespectful. Are y'all blocking that noise out, or are you using it as motivation?
No, we're blocking all the noise out. We've been hearing noise for the last 3 years that we've been in the playoff. So, yeah, we knock all that off the shoulders, and we just worried about us in the locker room. The outside noise don't really get into the locker room or really get to us. Like I said, we've been listening to it and hearing it for years now, so it doesn't do anything to affect us. We know that we have enough in the locker room to go do something special, so that's what we plan on doing.
Darius, we just mentioned it with the campaigning with Evan for Defensive Player of the Year, but the Cavs recently posted some very convincing stats on you being the clutch player of the year. And you see the favorites are Jalen Brunson, the favorites are Trae Young. Is that the same kind of thing? Does that matter to you at all? Or do you want to be obviously talked in that breath? But when you look at these numbers, you're 45% from 3 in the clutch, you're plus 85 in the clutch, which leads the NBA this season. So do you feel slighted by that? Is it just a classic like sleeping on Cleveland like most people have done all year long? Where does that come from?
I think it's sleeping on Cleveland, of course. Small market, but small market thing is starting to get on my nerves now.
Yeah.
Because the 2 small market teams are the top teams in the league.
Right.
And I would love to be in the conversation for sure. The number shows I should. But in other people's defense, we haven't been in that many clutch moment games.
Nice.
It's not your fault. You blow everyone out there.
Not my fault. But it is what it is. So, I mean, yeah, for sure. I would definitely love to win the award. I would love to be talked about in the conversation. But I don't have as many clutch moments as those other guys.
Fair.
That's a fair argument.
So I understand it, but when those clutch moments come, I'm here. I got the ball in my hand. I'm trying to make the right play for my teammates, and I'm trying to win that game. So hopefully not as many clutch moments in the playoffs, but we can definitely keep it going so I can have the rock in my hand.
DJ, I'm curious to know, because when I'm out and about, people always ask me, like, give me your list of guys that can go get a bucket. With you being an elite ball handler, having the ball in your hands, you got LaMelo Ball, you got Kyrie, you got Steph. Give me your list give me your top 3 guys with the best handles in the league.
Not including myself.
Why not? Put yourself in there.
If we've learned anything.
Let's start there.
Okay, so me, Kai, and Steph.
There you go.
Easy.
Yeah.
See how
Super easy.
super, a short list and an easy list. I love that. We got to talk a little style, because who doesn't love that? And you mentioned your mom is your shopping partner, which is amazing, by the way. So is she like, when you say shopping partner, is she styling you? Does she have a budget? Like, what are we looking at?
The budget is crazy.
It's a big budget.
No.
It's limitless.
My mom, so growing up, it was just me and my mom that just go to the mall. Like my dad, he would just chill at the house. And then my brother, he used to work at like Kids Foot Locker and Foot Locker growing up. So I used to get all the kicks, and, like all the Jordan tees growing up. So that's where it really started. Like me and my mom would just go to the mall almost every weekend and probably window shop or either buy stuff from Kids Foot Locker or Foot Locker. But no, she's not styling me. She'd just give her opinion on a couple pieces that I like. So you should try this out one game, and
I love it.
try to get some little tips and stuff. But I definitely get my swag from her and my dad. But yeah, it's long gone now. She don't do as much. She just watch me swipe my card, and she had done something in her card too.
So we don't know who you're playing yet, game 1.
Of course
but do we know what you're wearing yet, game 1?
That's part
Has that been decided?
No, it hasn't been decided yet. I might come cool for the first game, for the first couple games at home, just come a little chill fit.
Like it.
And when it gets a little bit later in the year, I'll start putting on
Bringing the heat.
I mean, dear Lord, by the time you get to finally get dressed for a game, it's a whole freaking week, Darius. So we're excited to see what you guys do in these playoffs. Thank you for the time and
sure.
crush. Good luck.
Good luck, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. We'll be back.
Run it up.